lovely Sunday. We are family. Hey, I'm just kidding. Okay, let me stop. Guys, this story is crazy. Get in here, get in here, get in here. We hear about these stories a lot. This is not the first man who is going out intentionally infecting women with permanent, incurable STDs, but this is just one of the many guys that we're going to talk about. This is crazy, guys. Out in Oklahoma, we wanted to put this man's picture on the video so you could see exactly who he is. If any of you guys have been involved with him, might want to get tested. But he has been arrested recently in Oklahoma because there are at least three women that have come forward. There's probably more out there who have been infected with HIV because of this man. And they have evidence that he knew that he had HIV. And he still intentionally went out and was spreading this virus to women. And it's very sad in a society we live in a world where people do not care about your well-being, about your physical health, and they will already know that they have an incurable disease and they will not tell you. So you need to be safe out there and you need to be cautious out there and take precaution because people do not care about your well-being. And this man is a prime example. So he is from Oklahoma City. He was arrested and charged with knowingly giving at least 3 women HIV, guys. That's crazy. So Fox 25 spoke to a victim who did not want to be identified, but says she was speaking to warn others. And I guarantee you guys, there's probably a lot more women that have slept with this man who probably either are not aware that he was arrested for it or they're too ashamed to come forward. But I guarantee you, this man, if he willingly slept with these 3 women, he clearly was not caring about women's welfare. And that is a crime, just in case people don't know. We think back to R. Kelly, who was willingly giving out the incurable disease that he was giving out to different women. And now you can see examples of men like this guy who is giving out incurable diseases to women. Just so sad, guys. So Ernest LaCour is his name, and he was charged with 3 counts of knowingly engaging in conduct of transferring HIV. I really think, you guys, there's going to be a lot more that are going to come out. Those counts are going to increase. It is a deadly disease, but you can still live your life. That is what one victim said. She says she doesn't have AIDS and she still has a life to live. But this particular woman, I feel so sad for her. She came forward. She didn't want to show her identity, understandably enough. Who would want to? But the woman said she started having relations with LaCour just last year. That is sad. This man was still doing this. There's news reporting that he knew that he had HIV back in 2019. He knew he had it, right? So at least, what is that, guys? 3 years have passed. That man has been sleeping with multiple women. I really don't think it's just 3 women. Because if he was sleeping with this woman just last year, 2021, imagine all the other women he slept with in 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. That is so scary, guys. But this woman, the woman that came forward, at least one of the 3 that we know of, she says she started having relations with him back in 2021. And then that's when she started getting sick and when she went to the doctor. Because we talked about HIV before, about another story. And when we looked at some of the research regarding it, we talked about that when a person first contracts HIV, they do get initial cold symptoms. They feel the symptoms like as if they're having the flu. They get flu-like symptoms. So like when she said she got sick, those were the initial onset symptoms. And she was very smart, you guys, to go to the doctor. Most people don't. Most people think, oh, it's just a typical flu. So they go about their day, get some NyQuil, Dayquil, and they go about their life. This woman was smart, y'all, because she went to the doctor. That is what you should do. I know people think, oh, flu is just a regular flu. I would say just go to the doctor just to make sure. And she was smart. She was feeling sick and went to the doctor. She said she would just faint and pass out. She would get lightheaded. So listen to some of these symptoms just in case if you know anybody who gets these symptoms. I would just check just to make sure. She would faint and pass out. She would get lightheaded, and then that she would have these episodes, and then she would throw up for weeks. Wow, she had a pretty bad episode of it though. She says her lab results were life-changing. That is so sad, man. Dang, that's sad. She said it's hard mentally. I can't imagine what this woman is going through. Dang, guys. And this, she just recently was told that she had it too. Oh my God, I feel so much empathy for her. She said it's hard mentally, and they had to tell me about programs and medicine and treatments. I bet all of that was just so overwhelming. Documents say OKC police got involved because evidence shows LaCour knew he was HIV positive during his relations with these different women. Isn't that a shame, guys? And he knew since 2019. Wow. And then the woman said, I'm here to tell my story. I'm strong. I can do this. I have support. The woman says there could be others in danger. I really think there is. I don't think it's just 3 in the last 3 years. No, this man looked like he don't care at all. She said, I just want to tell everyone that they need to get tested and to be careful. She said, you never know who someone really is. If you had relations with LaCour, they encourage you to go to the police and the local health department. That story is going to get bigger. I can tell you. I'm gonna keep watching this story because I really think this guy slept. Look at this guy, just sick. Look at him. He don't even look like he care at all. So yeah, guys, it's crazy. So let's take a look at this video here, the news report of it, and hear from the victim herself. She doesn't actually show her face because I don't blame her. I don't blame her. And I'm going to show you guys another related story of a man who was the same thing. And this happened 10 years ago. I'm just going to show you a related video of that too, just so you guys can see that this is happening out here. And we need to be careful. You need to be careful. People do not care about your welfare. They will not tell you. They will willingly smile in your face, y'all. Take you to dinner, wine and dine you knowing they have an incurable disease, and will sleep with you and give you that disease because they're bitter and they don't care about their life because they feel like their life is over. So they want to ruin your life and everyone else. They want everybody to go down with them. It's very sad.
3 women, HIV. One of the victims spoke with Fox 25 Sarah Smith. She joins us now live from the police department with this story tonight. Sarah.
Wendy, the woman did not want us to show her face or use her name, but she's speaking out to help others. Ernest LaCour is charged with 3 counts of knowingly engaging in conduct to transfer HIV. One of the victims spoke to Fox 25 on Friday.
It is a deadly disease, and it is sad, but you still can live your life. Like, I don't have AIDS. I still have a life to live.
The woman says she started having sex with LaCour in 2019. She says she got sick and went to the doctor.
I would just faint and pass out.
Oh, wow. So this one says 2019 is when she started sleeping with him. But the article said another victim slept with him in 2021. So it looks like that was another victim that we read about. That's crazy.
I would get lightheaded. I would get so sick to my stomach. I'd have these episodes and I would throw up for weeks.
Her lab results were life-changing.
It's hard. Like, mentally I'm crying and everything, and how to like cope with this. And there's a whole program and what tell me about it and the medications and the treatment and everything.
Documents say OKC police got involved because evidence shows LaCour knew he was HIV positive during sexual contact. Records show there are at least 2 other...
He should be ashamed of himself. Sick demon. Don't care at all about anyone but himself.
victims.
I'm here to tell my story, and I'm strong. Like, I can do this, and I have support.
The woman we talked to says there could be others.
I just want to tell everyone that they need to get tested and they need to be careful. And you just don't ever know. You never know who someone really is.
That's sad.
If you have had contact with LaCour, reach out to police or the local health department. Live in Oklahoma City, Sarah Smith, Fox 25 News.
Yeah, so guys, that's crazy. And this is not the first time this has happened, guys. I'm about to play you another video. There's so many stories like this, you would be amazed. There's actually this guy, it was this Caucasian guy. I'm not going to cover his story right now, but there was actually this Caucasian guy that was going around infecting hundreds of black women with HIV too. So this, I mean, guys, there's so many people out there doing that. But let's watch this one too.
Days before an unprecedented trial in the tri-state, you're about to hear the exclusive story behind the alleged crimes. The case involves a former professional wrestler charged with not telling his many sex partners that he is HIV positive. One woman who knows the circumstances all too well is now telling her story only to the I-Team's Hagit Lamore.
Me and the babies. Yeah.
Alex Uline can't afford to break down.
You want some too?
There's too much at stake.
Good boy.
Like teaching 2-year-old Maya the ABC song.
TV.
Or trying to keep up with 1-year-old AJ. There her 2 children with Andre Davis, a man who looked far different as a wrestler who called himself Andre Hart. He stole her heart.
Crazy, guys. There's a lot of men out there, even high profile men, that are lurking in the background with incurable diseases, spreading them. And they don't have to be high profile. They could be your everyday schmo Joe that we just talked about just recently, about the guy who just got arrested for it. But this man here, he's a pro wrestler, and he was sleeping with hundreds, I mean hundreds of women out there. And this poor woman here who has his 2 children got them all, he didn't tell any of them that he had HIV. That is sad. And these people, they don't use protection. They tell you, oh, let's not use protection and stuff like that. So you have to be careful. Just realize that even if people smile in your face, it doesn't mean they have the best intentions.
When she was just 20, within a year, he got an offer from the WWE, an offer then withdrawn because his physical showed Davis was HIV positive.
And he told me right away, and at that time I was pregnant, you know. It was just very, very shocking, and just, you know, I don't know what to think at that time. Very hard.
But the worst was yet to come. Court records spell out the sad details. 12 women who claimed after his diagnosis, Davis had sex with them, but never told his HIV status. SL,
Crazy, y'all.
KC, SG, MS, a veritable alphabet soup of women now fearing they're infected too.
I was shocked. I mean, I didn't know what to believe.
It's a magnitude prosecutors say is unparalleled in this region. They charged Davis with 15 counts of felonious assault. When he goes on trial this week, he's looking at up to 120 years in prison if convicted.
What has he said about these charges? I mean, he
And look at his face. He doesn't even care. That's how demonic and evil these people are. All they care about is themselves. And they feel like, oh, well, in their mind, this is what they're thinking, guys. Oh, my life's over. I have this incurable disease. I still want to live my life as freely as I used to. And I don't care who I endanger, who I infect. I'm just going to do whatever I want. I'm not even going to warn them or anything. And look at his face. He does not care one bit. That is so sad. They don't care about consequences or anything. They don't care who they hurt or impact, because they only care about themselves and their own gratification. That is so sad.
he's, you know, he doesn't deny them. I mean, he's not saying that, you know, this is who he did, that he didn't. I feel like he knows what he was doing now, and he knows that it was wrong, and he's very, very sorry. I know that for a fact, but it doesn't change that, you know, what he did.
Y'all saw his face. Did he look sorry to you? No, he looked like he was going and renewing his ID at the DMV. Like it was it was like a typical day, you know, like he was running errands when you saw his face. He didn't have a face of remorse or empathy. I know this woman's just giving him the benefit of the doubt. She seems like a really good-natured young lady here, but I don't feel in my heart that he feels any empathy, because if he felt any empathy, he would have never done it in the first place. And I wanted to just play this one for you guys to show you that this is nothing new. We were talking about the particular guy, the guy that we did talk about earlier, guys, but I needed to show you a related case to show you this is not new. There are actually people out there that have incurable diseases, and they're not telling people. They're not giving people the choice to decide if they want to, engage with that person and, or not. They're just, they don't care. And they even tell you, oh, let's not use protection and stuff like that, knowing. So I'm like, if he was so empathetic, he would have never done it. He knew the risk when he got involved with those women. So for him, all of a sudden, the only reason why he would feel any empathy is for himself, that he got caught. That's the only empathy this man felt.
You can feel the conflict rolling off this young mom, still making excuses for her children's father.
It's not like somebody was trying, okay, well, I'm going to go out here and try to give this to these people.
He was, girl.
It's not like it was.
But he didn't tell them. And
Right.
He was HIV positive.
Exactly. And
Right.
that's wrong in itself right there. But I think definitely he should pay for what he did.
But Alex says he's not the only one paying. She says her kids are, too.
They have been discriminated against at their daycare.
Maya and AJ attended the Blue Ash Educational Building.
See, you don't know who else it affects. It affects these two innocent children that have nothing to do with his poor actions. Now they have to be discriminated against because of their sick father. That's sad.
Alex says she told the assistant director here about their father's arrest and status. Confidentially, she thought.
And I said, well, the kids are okay. I just want to let you know they're fine. They don't have anything to do with this. They are completely fine.
A few months ago, she says that same manager started pressuring her to prove the kids aren't infected. Alex says they're not, but regardless,
Thank God.
The Americans with Disabilities Act says daycare providers don't have the right to require a child's HIV status. She says the note from their pediatrician clearing them for daycare should suffice.
Exactly. Nothing. They don't even have anything, let alone, the fact that they want to, break my kids' privacy laws.
That's the part chafing Alex. After she rebuffed the assistant director, she says she got a call from the owner with more pressure to provide private medical records.
And he said that, somebody had informed the parents and the teachers about this.
Hi, is Mary Lynn here? We tried to talk to the assistant director.
I love these news reporters, guys. They're such instigators. I know they have to do that. They have to get both sides. That's a whole part of, journalism. But it's just so funny. I just think it's so funny when they just be bombarding these people's residents and all that stuff and be like, hi, can I please speak? It's hilarious.
She's actually involved in the program.
She wouldn't come to the door or answer our calls. We did get this letter from...
Duh, she's not going to do that. It's just funny. I can't. It's so funny.
Attorney R.L. Kent Boussier. He cited privacy protections to prevent any discussion of enrollment questions, but asked us to fax him any other questions. We did. He never responded. It's all been too much for Alex. She pulled the kids out of the daycare, away from the only center they...
Well, that's sad. I wanted to show you guys, not only does it affect the men or women or whoever's intentionally doing this, but it affects the children and other people involved. And that is so sad. So what this man did in Oklahoma, it's not new under the sun, you guys. There are many men out there. I have so many stories like this. Like I said, there was another man, a couple other men I know of who done this, but just wanted to let you be aware to be careful out there, guys. Be careful. There are people out there who do not care about your welfare. You may be sweet-natured and kind and have a good spirit, but you can't expect other people to have that same sweet nature. And you need to use discernment. You need to use discernment. Hi, Dee Dee's World. Yes, this is so sick, guys. Hi, Ellen. Oh my gosh, I got so lucky to have Ellen twice in 2 videos. Yay! How did I get so blessed? Ellen said, what the heck? Bros are so out of whack with the... Right. These days, man, I don't know what. Girl, Ellen, it's so scary out here. There's so many men out there like that. They may not even have HIV. They may have the other one, the other incurable one, and they don't care. It's so scary out here, y'all. It is. You got to really be careful. Yeah, it sucks. Can't trust anyone these days, but I like you. Haha. Man is like so not interested in dating these days. Like Sucks. But wow, can't trust people for real. Right. You can't, Ellen. You can't. You gotta be on your guard. It sucks too, huh, Ellen? Because you want to be able to trust people. You want to be able to open up to people. But when you have sick people like this, girl, make it make sense. But this is just he just was arrested Friday, y'all. Just arrested Friday. So I will keep following this story. We'll figure out if more people come forward. I don't think it's just 3 women, guys. I guarantee you, either women are too afraid to come forward, they're too ashamed, probably hiding out, or they just haven't discovered it yet. And they're going to be coming forward. So this man is just, ugh. All right, guys, thanks for listening to this story. Let me know what you think about it and maybe some tips to maybe you can put in the comments for other people to take precaution, because I'm just saying this is happening a lot now. All right, take care, guys. Good night.